Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Chris and today I'm taking a look at this. It's the Ameta S20 Pro. I previously had a look at this guy. It's the S20 Lite, which is Ameta's, I guess, entry-level drone. At the time I think it was retailing for about 100 quid and I was not that impressed. I did a video about it, you can check it out. And Ameta have kindly sent me this drone to have a look at. They haven't sponsored the video, so I'm going to be totally honest as I was in my previous video, and I'm going to take a look at this thing and see what it's like. The price of this is surprisingly £85 at the moment on Amazon. I don't even know, I wonder what the price of what's the price of the S20 Lite then? Hang on a second.
A few moments later.
Oh wow, okay, so the S20 Lite is actually, this is only like £62 now on Amazon, so that is incredibly cheap. Actually, to be honest, given how cheap that is, it's not a bad drone to buy. Again, check out my other video if you wanted to see more about that one, but today we are talking about this. It's the S20 Pro. It's got a 4K camera on it, extended flight time of apparently 25 minutes on a battery, which is pretty impressive, and it's beginner friendly, so it's got a control and stuff like that. In today's video, I'm going to be unboxing and I'm going to be taking a look at what exactly is in the box. I would love to be flying it, but the weather outside is, what do they say? The weather outside is frightful. The weather is frightful outside. It's bloody awful. It's raining and really windy, and I'm not going to fly it in that. So I'm going to do the unboxing today, but very soon I'm going to fly it as well. So take a look at the video, see what you think. If you like it, drop me a like, subscribe, and check out the next video that I do, because I'm going to take it for a flight and see how it goes. All right, let's unbox this and see what we've got. Scan the QR code before first use. Download the Ameta drone app, watch the tutorial video, and read the quick start guide and user manual. Okay. Ooh, look at this. That's quite a nice case, isn't it? That is quite nice. Quite a nice material, almost like a denim effect. I quite like that. I was quite impressed with the case that I got for the Ameta, whatever it's called. What is it called? S20 Lite. Yeah, this is the case I got for that. It's obviously a bit smaller, but I was quite impressed with it. It's a nice little case. You don't often get that with drones, so that's cool. That's a nice start. All right. Let's have a look at what we got in here. Okay, so we've got drone, batteries. By the looks of it, battery. Yeah, battery. Control. And some spare bits and pieces in here. We've got like a USB cable. We've got some spare propellers and a little screwdriver. Maybe some other bits and pieces, is there? No, I think it's just propellers in there. And then just some kind of like paperwork that obviously you will never read. So this is the drone itself. Interested to see how this compares to the S20 Lite, to be fair. It feels very similar weight-wise. Let's have a look and see what it looks like. Okay, and it looks very similar appearance-wise. Let's flip these out quickly. It's very similar. Okay. So this is the Lite, this is the Pro. They feel honestly in fact, this even feels maybe lighter. The Pro might even be lighter. They feel very, very similar. Camera's slightly bigger on the Pro. It says 4K f2.2 and it says f2.0 on the Lite. I don't know what that means, but bigger is probably better, right? Okay. It's quite a cool little thing. It's to be honest with you, I mean, it's only £95. You kind of expect it. It does feel quite plasticky. It doesn't feel super well put together, but you know. But we'll see. Okay, so that's the drone, and again, it's pretty small. If you fold this up, I reckon if you fold it, you've got to fold this one first, and then these ones. That is almost pocket sized, right? I mean, it's not really pocket sized because you've got massive propellers in the way, but it's very small. It fits in the palm of your hand. You could quite gladly just stick that, I think, in a bag, or in this case, and you could carry that around with you quite easily. It's very light, like I said. In fact, let's go and get some scales and see how light this actually is. Okay, let's see. Let's see what this weighs in at. 0 to scales. So this is in grams. 127 grams, which is very light. I think that's. Let's see what this one. Let's see what the. Okay, so the light is actually a bit lighter. It's 114 grams. So 127 grams. That is light enough to get sort of past a lot of the regulation that you have with drones. I think it's only if you go over 250 grams you have to start worrying about anything. So 127 grams, very light, can be flown pretty much anywhere without needing any kind of crazy additional licenses and all that kind of malarkey, I think. Double check that though, don't take my advice for it, just double check it before you fly it and make sure that you're safe to fly. Okay, so that's the drone. Whoop. So, all right, batteries, let's get the batteries out and just have a look. See how easy they are to put in. Okay. How do you charge those? Oh, I'm guessing you charge them. How do you charge them? You charge them with that USB plug, I'm imagining, but I don't know where that would go in. All right, let's get these out. Let's see how easily this plugs into here. Oh, I see, there's a USB thing down there. So maybe you plug this in and then do you maybe charge with the battery plugged in? I'm guessing that's probably what it is. This is probably why you should look at instructions, but if you follow this channel, if you've ever seen me do anything, you'll know that I don't look at the instructions. I never do. And I think, personally, the sign of a good product is a product that doesn't need you to look at the instructions. If I look at the DJI Neo, for instance, that thing was incredible. The setup process was so straightforward and so easy. Here it is, by the way. That's the Neo. There's a little comparison. Neo is going to cost you probably 160 quid or something like that for just the drone on its own. Whereas, like I say, this is about 100. This is an incredible drone, by the way. Loads of videos on this on the channel. If you want to see any, just go and check out the rest of the channel. Let's have a look at plugging this in. It feels a bit loose. Look at that. Oh, that was loose. Okay, that's now fully in, I think, that battery. So we can plug that in there. Oh, geez, that's really... Oh, that does not feel good. Oh, that feels horrendous. Hang on. Is that plugging in right? Oh, that only plugs in like halfway. Is that right? That doesn't look right. I'm just going to go and check whether or not, if I plug that in, does it actually do anything? Does it start charging in some way? There you go, green light's on. Okay. Okay, so now we know. God, that is really stiff. That is a bizarrely, weirdly tight fit. But okay, we know that charges anyway. So that's how you charge up the batteries by the looks of it. You have to plug them into the drone. How do you get them out? Let's have a look. There you go. You plug them into the drone and then charge it up like that. There are two batteries, so it's a bit of a pain that you have to you can't charge them outside of the drone. You'd have to physically plug them into the drone, I guess, in order to charge. But, you know, not the end of the world. Like it said on the box, 25 minutes of flight time per battery, I'm assuming. That is per battery, right? Was that per battery? Yeah. Oh, wait, no, wait. Hang on. 2 batteries provide 25 minutes of continuous flying time. So it's actually more like 12 and a half minutes per battery, which, to be honest, is about the same as the Neo. Neo's about, I would say, about 10 minutes per battery. So that's pretty good, though. Not bad. And you get 2 batteries. So, yeah, I mean, that's a good bit of flying, isn't it? All right, so that's the batteries. Should we just see if this light turns on? Does it turn on? Do I need to charge it? Oh! Whoa! All right. Oh, it's got little red lights, look. Did you see that? Nice little... Ooh! I quite like those. Okay. All right, nothing's happening at the moment because I'm guessing I need to... There's some funky little purple lights in there as well. That's quite cool. Okay, all right, I'm going to turn it off for a minute. And then we've got the control, which I reckon is going to be quite similar to the S20 Lite control. Let's have a look. Which I was, you know, it's all right. It wasn't amazing, but it was okay. Yeah, it's very similar, I think. Very, very, I mean, to be honest, quite cheap feeling. But again, it is only 100 quid. I've got to remember that. That's kind of fair. I think this is what are those, like antenna, I guess? And then this is, I think, how you, yeah, that's how you, oh, I see, yeah, no, sorry, those are handles. That's how you plug your phone in. Where does your phone actually plug in? Where's the, oh, there's a battery. So you have to put batteries, separate batteries into the controller to get it to work, I guess. Oh, and I think your phone, yeah, if memory serves correctly, which I think it does, your phone connects kind of via Bluetooth to the control. So there's no need to plug your phone in like you do with the RCN3. I think is it the RCN3? Yeah, RCN3 control. You do have to. I haven't used this for a little while, but you have wires here. You see that you have to plug into the phone. You can use that to plug that into the phone. So it's cool that you don't have to do that with the Ameta. You know, just a little extra. A little bit less hassle, which is always a nice thing. So yeah, control feels honestly quite light and very cheap. The joysticks feel fine. They feel like joysticks. I think it would be fine. And there's a speed 1 or 2 setting there. A few little buttons. That looks like a return to home function. That looks like it's got a compass on it. I'm guessing that's some kind of GPS thing. That looks like up and down. I don't know what that means. And ATZI, who knows what that means. And then you've got some buttons on the shoulders here, which is quite cool. You've got a camera button, a filming button, and then another 2 filming buttons. Don't know what they're for. And again, we'll probably need to read the manual to find out what that is all about. So there we go. I mean, that's the Ameta S20 Pro. Quite cool. I mean, again, for £85 in the sale, it's not bad. I guess the proof is going to be in the pudding of how good the footage looks on the camera, how well it flies. One thing I would say about the S20 Lite was that it was super quiet. I was impressed by how quiet that thing was to fly. If you watch my channel, you'll know that often I'm quite, I don't know, I feel like I don't want to annoy people with my drones. And the Neo is pretty noisy, to be fair. I've got a Flywoo Flylens 85, and that thing is so loud. It just screeches, and I always feel a bit awkward about flying that around people in case I'm annoying them. These things are like silent. This thing is so quiet, so much more quiet than the Neo or any other drone that I've flown. Okay, so that's the S20 Pro drone unboxed. Kind of what I'd expect really of a drone at that price point. I suppose 85 to 100 quid. Pretty cool. You get a couple of batteries, control and stuff for that price, which is nice. And the case, to be honest, which I'm, probably more impressed by than I should be. Now the proof really is going to be in the pudding of flying this thing in the wild to see what does it actually fly like. I'll get out very soon, hopefully, and do that. So be sure to subscribe if you want to watch that video, as I'll be putting that up in the very near future. Okay, I think that's it. Have a great week, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.